boring, but you are definitely not boring.
Engineers not.
Yes, they are.
No.
He's definitely not boring, but he's charming.
He's jealous.
He's what?
You're jealous, right?
I'm jealous? Not really.
You're funny. So.
Okay, keep going.
The engineering.
The engineering.
The engineers.
Engineers? Just
The
poor boy.
engineer
There you go.
goes second.
Very good.
He takes out his engineer pad and the book of
Pad and book.
and the book
And book.
and the book
Not anda. That's a bear. And
and
book.
of projectile assumptions.
Projectile?
Okay,
how about projectile?
Projectile
Assumption.
assumption.
Good. Keep going.
After a few minutes.
After a few minutes? After
A few. Okay. Thank you.
no thank you to her. She's disobedient. You're charming, she's disobedient. After
After a few minutes, he is ready.
Good. Keep going.
He takes aim. He fires. The bullet lands 20 meters past the deer. The statistician jumps in the air and shouting.
And the shouting?
And shout.
And the shout. And the shout?
And shout. We got it.
Does that sound like a shout to you?
We got it.
We got it.
Bigger.
Yay.
We got it.
Yay.
Wow. Okay, this is the best you've ever done.
Okay. Thank you.
It's really good. You're moving very slowly, but you're getting a lot of things right. You're getting a lot of things right. So how does one move from this speed to an engineer, a statistician, and a physicist are all out hunting? They spot a deer, and each takes a turn to try and shoot it. The physicist goes first. He pulls out his lab book and quickly calculates the trajectory of the bullet. Assuming it is a sphere, a perfect sphere in a vacuum, the bullet falls 20 meters short of the deer. How does one get from that to this?
Practice.
Practice. That's all there is to it. There's no shortcut. There's no way. Okay? There is no way.
Got it.
Have you heard the phrase, how does one make it to Carnegie Hall? You know, the very famous place in New York that was like the #1 concert hall in the world. Mm-hmm. It isn't anymore because they almost tore it down and then somebody rescued it. And it's now anybody can go there. But at one point in time, it was the most prestigious concert hall in the world. How does one get to Carnegie Hall?
By practice.
Practice. No other way. That's how you get there, all right? And I'm going to give you a compliment. An engineer's brain and makeup can handle that better than an artist, the impatience of an emotional artist-type person. So just do it very methodically. Record yourself on your phone, and every time you do it, go a little bit faster. Go back to the beginning, do it a little bit faster. But here's the clincher. If you make a mistake, you have to start over at the beginning. So, you would start with your first sentence, and you would see if you could say it 5 times without making a mistake. When you can say it 5 times without making a mistake, you go to the next sentence. And then, the biggest problem for you all is that you're in Asian families with Asian friends and Asian relatives, and you're not practicing in those situations. So you're practicing the bad way all the time. Fast, leaving out words, tennis ball in your mouth, too soft, not really using your voice, all those things. When actors, Shakespearean actors, and opera singers get around each other, they start talking like that to each other. Well, hello, Richard. How are you today? I sound like I'm a... Oh, they do. You'd be surprised. My son, who's the opera singer, he does not ever, even when he's had a couple drinks, he does not slur his speech. He's done it so much that it's just in him. I didn't teach it to him. Yeah. His career path taught it to him. Right? That's the best you've ever done.
One question.
Only one?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
One question.
What?
One
Can't hear you.
question.
I can't hear you.
One question.
Better.
I forget my question.
I forgot my
I
question.
forgot my question.
I forgot
I forgot my question.
Let me ask question first.
Let me ask question first.
Let me ask a question first. So for the story, do we use past tense or the present tense?
It depends on the story
Right.
itself.
Okay.
Right. Oh, for your story?
No, for this story.
Oh, for the joke.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, it's very obvious at the beginning the way he's written it. Because he says, an engineer, a statistician, and a physicist are out hunting.
Okay.
He could say, we're out hunting, but our out hunting is kind of the way we tell jokes.
Okay.
But like with your son, let me tell you a story about me and my son Mark. I needed more introduction to your story, by the way. Let me tell you a story that happened between my son Mark and me. Yeah, and so you start talking in past tense. He belonged to a tennis club, and one time we were coming, and everything's past tense, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great. And especially if that's in your past, it needs to not sound like it's in your present. Did you remember the question?
My question is, because you are the musician, you know the tone very well.
Yes.
And you can remember what you just other people say, and then you can mimic it. Right? But for me, I think I'm the tone deaf, so it's hard for me to remember is it correct sound or not.
Do you watch the videos?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do me a favor and say the first sentence up high and loud. An engineer, a statistician, and a physicist were out hunting.
Engineer, a statistician, and physicist are out hunting.
Okay, you'll see that and hear that on the video. It doesn't sound too loud, okay? And it is higher. Here's where you are down here. Yeah, there's nothing charming about that. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, my name. It's you know what it is a little bit, and please don't be offended. It's almost like you're apologizing for being a human being when you talk like that. When you're down here, oh, okay, oh, thank you. Oh, Papa-san, thank you so much. You boss, me low. No, you're a human being with purpose and poise and interest, and we care about what you have to say. And so it's okay to make your presence known. Right?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
And sometimes you get embarrassed, and your natural response is to giggle, like with Michelle, and then the giggle gets in the way of progress. Yeah. So I'm not asking you to be morose, but I am asking you to be very serious. And so you brought a joke, which isn't even funny. Do you guys think this is funny?
Well,
You're an engineer. Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
Usually in the office, we try to lower our voice.
What was the first word you said?
I mean, in office.
Urally?
Usually.
Urally.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Spell that word for me.
U-S-U-A.
U-S?
Yeah.
Do you realize you're saying urally?
Usually.
You're not even pronouncing the S.
U-S-U-A-L-L-Y.
Where's the S when you say it, though? You're saying urally.
Yeah.
That's cheating. There's an S in there.
I'm not
Take your
sure
time.
about
Take your
the
time. Okay. So,
pronunciation.
okay, good. So just say the first three letters.
U-S-U-A-L.
Okay. How would you say U-S-E?
U-S-E. U-S-E.
Use.
Yes.
Usually. Usually.
Usually.
Ah, she has a really hard time.
Usually.
We've talked about this a lot in this class.
Okay.
That sometimes a consonant or a sound that you can make on its own, like in the alphabet, when you put it up against a bunch of other stuff, it goes flying out the window. So it's usually. Usually. I don't have a whiteboard.
I found the
You're saying ja and it's ja. What do you say when somebody pushes you? What's another word for pushing somebody? What do you do to them?
Push.
No, push or
Push up.
please? No. It's the same. It's the same direction as push. You.
Push.
No. Begins with an S. Class?
Stop.
Shove.
Or shove.
No, just shove.
Shove.
What do you use to move the snow in your yard?
Shove the snow.
You shove the snow?
Yeah.
No, you shovel.
Shovel.
This sound in the word usually is the same sound. Usually. Ah, you have a really hard time with that. Yeah. Okay, so usually in my office.
Usually in the office, we try to lower our voice.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
We try to lower our voice.
Why? Is it a library?
It's not library, but it's in the office.
Okay.
So we don't want to, go too loud.
What kind of an office is it? What do you do there?
It's open office.
Okay, so it's open format.
Right. I mean.
Well, what's happening there?
Talk in confident, in lower.
Oh,
voice.
right.
That's my
Like just between you and another person.
Right.
That's
yeah.
fine, but that's not your whole life.
Right.
What is the office? What is it? What's the job? What's the?
It's kind of software engineering job.
Okay.
But it's we usually don't talk loud.
Because you're gossiping? Are you gossiping about people?
Not gossiping, but the thing is, I just want to know how to talk confident in lower voice.
Right.
You not, say, whatever, but you still feel confident.
Practice.
So you have to learn how to speak like this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm overdoing my consonants, but I'm very soft.
Okay.
And then I can even whisper very soft.
Sure.
But you can understand me because I'm articulating the consonants.
Articulating. Okay. Sure. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're up. So you're going to do a presentation for your office, right? Or for a house?
I'm pretending you are selling your home, right?
So am I the client?
You are the client.
All right.
Okay.
Is it $1 million house?
$2 million house.
All right.
You decide.
The class price just went up. Actually, it is going to go up next class. Okay, go.
Okay.
Oh. Well, hello.
Hi, Ron. Melinda.
Oh, Melinda.
Yes, we talked on the phone. Sorry.
We did?
Yeah, I won't shake your hands because of coronavirus.
What's a virus?
You know the virus.
The virus? What's a virus?
Virus.
Oh, the virus.
The virus.
Gotcha.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, hi.
Hi. Thank you for letting me into your beautiful house.
Well, I didn't let you in yet.
Sorry.
I opened the door, but I didn't say come in.
Okay.
This is really good
Okay.
because I'm